Ladies and gentlemen, I first of all want to thank you for coming here, and I want to first of all ask everybody to please keep the families in mind, keep the victims in mind, and let's first and foremost keep in mind also that this is an extremely horrific event, and let's try to keep the privacy of the victims if we can in spite of this. And if any questions you have for our department, please feel free to come to me, and I'll do my best to get you the answers. If I do not have those answers, I will do a find them for you. I promise you that. Again, my name is Sergeant Bill Miller. I am the Tennessee Highway Patrol Sergeant that works in our communications section for public information. What we have today is as I stated, a very horrific event. We have a bus that's been put out to us that it is a church bus, and it was fully loaded with 18 passengers, including the driver. It's been reported, and this is preliminary. It has been reported to us, and this will be confirmed through our investigation with our critical incident response team, that the bus had a blowout on one of its tires. We believe it to be the front steer axle or steering axle, and caused the bus to lose control. The driver then crossed into the median of I-40. I believe he was going to be traveling I-40 eastbound. The bus crossed through the cable wires into the oncoming lanes of I-40 westbound, where the bus then struck, through our understanding, and this will be confirmed through our investigation, a Tahoe SUV sport utility vehicle in the right rear area of the driver's side of the Tahoe. Basically, simultaneously at that point in time, it appears that the bus also was impacted by a tractor trailer. The tractor trailer then became fully engulfed, as I understand it. We have, at this time, several people who are injured, and they all have been treated or are being treated at the University of Tennessee Medical Center in Knoxville, Tennessee. We have 14 that were taken either by life flight, UTA, or either by ground, whether it be ambulance or via a private vehicle to UT. That's where they are now being treated. 8 out of those 14, 8 are being treated as critically injured individuals, and we also have 2 that are serious and 4 that are currently stable. At the scene, it has been confirmed that there are at least 8 individuals who are now deceased due to this crash. We hope and pray that there will be no more. And as I say, our thoughts and our prayers do go out to their families and to those who are injured. That's basically what I have at this present moment, and if you have any questions, I'll do my best to try to answer for you.
Were there any children on the bus?
Ma'am, that hasn't been confirmed, yes or no. If there are children on the bus, I will be able to release their names, but that's not been confirmed yet. That will be something I will check to find out.
Is there any history as far as the bus driver for the church bus?
As far as driving history?
Yeah, any kind of history at all?
Nothing has been brought to our attention as of yet. Of course, this is a very active investigation, and it's going to be ongoing for several days. That will be something that we will look into, I'm sure, as far as the driving history of the bus driver, qualifications of the bus driver. As far as DOT inspections on the bus, I'm sure that will all be looked at. Our troopers that are on scene are also post-crash investigators. They will look at the brakes, they will gauge the brakes to make sure the brake mechanisms, if at all possible, if this crash will permit that investigation to take place. We will look at the braking system and make sure that the bus was functioning properly. We'll also look to see if there's any possible other mechanical failures that could have led to this incident. Again, our CERT team, which stands for Critical Incident Response Team, we take extreme pride in those troopers. They are the best trained. They have the best equipment, and they're on the scene now looking at this investigation, and we will get those answers that are needed.
I-40 closed. How long do you anticipate it will remain closed?
It is closed. Yes, sir, it is closed this time. I understand traffic is being rerouted. I'm not sure where it's actually being rerouted to, but we'll find that information out. We just landed. We just got here. My counterpart here can probably help you. He can probably tell you where the track's being rerouted to. It's going to be closed for a while, unfortunately. If I had to speculate, a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours, and it could be all night. It's just one of these incidents that, we can't rush it. If you rush it, you possibly lose critical, evidence that you need. We'll do our best to get this investigation complete and be as thorough as we can be.
Is there any
Did the bus driver perish in the crash?
I'm sorry, young lady. Okay, so she passed a few. Go ahead.
Big person?
She turned the 40.
I'm sorry. Did the bus driver perish in the crash?
It is my understanding that he possibly may be one of the victims. I don't know. We don't want to get into any speculation as far as who is passed away, who is not, and please keep that in mind. Be respectful of that because we have not made family notifications yet. So we know that there are family members across this country possibly who are extremely worried and on pins and needles as any of us would be. So let's please put ourselves in their shoes. Let's be mindful and respectful about that, and no speculation or rumor about who is.
Can you give us some perspective about how this crash compares to others in the state in your career or in the past few years?
I've been with the department for 17 years. I've only experienced one incident that would even remotely come close to this. It's a Greyhound bus driver had a medical condition, passed out and crashed, striking a bridge support in our national district. It was a one-vehicle crash, and as horrific as that incident was, this is probably, in my 17 years, probably the most serious incident that I've ever been a part of. This is involving 3 vehicles, and the dynamics are great. There's so many variables to this, and it's tremendous. It is a tremendous event. It will take time to get investigated. Yes,
I understand National Transportation Safety Board is going to investigate this crash.
They have been notified. Now, the last word I heard is they are not coming. So that's the last information that I was given. Of course, this is preliminary. Everything is subject to change as far as their situation. They may decide to go ahead and be en route. But as of right now, the National Safety Bureau is not going to Transportation Safety Bureau.
So who will be investigating? You said there's going to be further investigation and stuff. Who will be handling that?
As far as the investigation, Tennessee Highway Patrol is the lead investigating agency. We have troopers on the scene, like I stated, our critical incident response team. They are there to map the scene, photograph the scene, and do everything they can to get the scene back to scale. We have post-crash investigators on the scene with our CERT team, and they will be looking at all the mechanical issues of the bus.
And is there any indication of what might have caused the tire to blow out?
No, sir. That's a very detailed question. It's a very early stage. It could be a gauntlet of things from low pressure on the tire to the tire being worn out to something in the roadway that struck the tire. There's just a million and one things that we just don't know yet about the tire, what caused it to blow.
At this point, the charges we filed.
Ma'am, everything is preliminary. Once this is complete, and an investigation, if there is any negligence or anything on anyone's part that possibly led to this incident, then all evidence will be taken to the local district attorney's office, and then that will be proceeded appropriately then. But if this is, as it appears to be at this present time, a very bad crash scene that is just due to the tire that got started from the tire being blown out. If it is, things be related to the tire, nothing criminal, and charges may not come. But again, all evidence will be collected and presented to the local district attorney, and then be decided from there.
The Greyhound bus incident you mentioned, kind of comparing. Do you remember when that happened? It was in Nashville.
It was in Nashville, sir, Robertson County, on I-24 at exit 24. That's probably been 12 to maybe 14 years ago.
Is there a reason the board would opt not to come and investigate this crash?
I'm sorry, sir?
Is there a reason the board, the National Transportation Safety Board, would opt not to come down and investigate this crash?
They're another department, they're a federal agency. I represent Tennessee Highway Patrol, I can't speak for them.
And can you tell us anything about the members or the people traveling in the Tahoe? Was it family?
That is all, still being under, it's under investigation. It's all to be determined, and that's not been released to me yet.
Was it the church's bus, or did they charter it, or?
That's, again, this is still under investigation. Questions like that, you know, we will get, but as right now, that I don't have.
Which tire was it?
Ma'am, I want to say it's the right front tire, don't quote me on that. I just know it's, from what I was told, it's tire on the front. Yes, ma'am.
I apologize if you already answered this earlier before you got here, but what is it taken from Tennessee authorities to respond to this? How many agencies are we talking about? How many people on the ground really working this accident?
I can speak at this present moment for Tennessee Highway Patrol. We have deployed troopers from the National District, from the Knoxville District, the Fall Branch District, which that is Middle Tennessee, East Tennessee, and then a little bit further East Tennessee, for those representative districts. We have our critical response teams from all three of those districts here.